Hi, and welcome back to Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch. It is November the 5th, 2016, and here's my experimental bed with the Salanova lettuce. You can see the green Sweet Crisp right here, and there's also a purple variety or red variety. And you have the Salanova red butter, and there's also green butter down there. This is my experiments with growing this particular variety of lettuce to see, take some samples of this down to different restaurants, local restaurants, and see if they want them, and see if I can start maybe perhaps making a business out of it. So I believe these went down. These were planted, or seeds were put down early August, I believe. So these are doing really nice. And the ones on the back rows there that were planted at the same time, but they didn't get transplanted for a few more weeks after, are doing fine, even though they're mostly in shade. Getting to be this time of year with this big, humongous wall right here that the city put up to block the sound of the road they put in. The sun is just above the camera right there in dead center. I don't want to blind you guys, but it's just a little bit above the edge of the camera. And so this whole area right in here is going to be getting shade, and we still have about another 50 days or so of getting less and less light. So pretty soon even this is going to be in total shade, and it's going to come out probably right about in the middle of this, right about to the edge of this, if memory serves me correctly. So over in here I planted a few more onions that I had left over, kind of the runts of the litter, so they're not quite as well established. Red Russian kale and dinosaur kale is mixed in here. I just planted a few spinach seeds and beet seeds just because I took out the 3 remaining pepper plants, so that opened up some space. So I figured, I'll just throw some seeds down, lightly put them in, and whatever happens, happens. So we'll see. Over here in this bed, just like last year, are my onions. And I'm struggling to remember which is which. I believe the middle row here is Texas Sweet. I believe the row here on the left is the Kelsey Giants. And I believe this one right here on this row is the Candy onions. So I had real good success with these onions, well, not these particular variety of onions, but growing onions last year. I still have some more. I've been using them throughout the summer and early fall here. In fact, I got one I sliced up. It's been sitting on the counter probably for a good couple months now, I guess. And so I got that in the crock pot. So there's really not a whole lot going on. Here's the Awari Satsuma orange tree. Still doing fine. I put together a whiskey barrel, half whiskey barrel, and I put some coaster wheels on the bottom, attached them in there, and so I can roll that around the house, roll that around the yard, excuse me. So what I'm going to do here in the next week or so, because it's starting to get cold and I don't want to take a chance on losing my orange tree like I did last year. It can handle some cold, but you do got to be careful still. So what I'll do is I'll transplant this tree into that half whiskey barrel, and then I'll be able to wheel it around, so I'll have it in the garage over the cold parts of the winter or whatever. If we get a nice day here and there, I might bring it out to get it some fresh air and a little bit of sunshine. And then what I'll do is when the spring comes around, starts to warm up and everything, I'll be able to wheel it right out here in the yard and park it somewhere, and then you know, it'll be on wheels so I can move it whenever I need to. Back into the garage for the following winter, back out during the thing. So instead of dragging it across the yard, I figured I'll put it on some wheels on the bottom of it. um, these plants right here are my pepper plants for the fall. I mean fall and winter. They're in the fabric pot, and then I'll be pulling that into the garage and putting it under the grow light here before the first frost. Our first frost date here in my area in Zone 8 is around November 15th. And I believe last year it was spot on November 15th. The first frost came. So not too much longer here, about 10 days, and so I'll have to get this in. I've been picking the flowers off of here, off these ones here, because I don't want the flowers to take over, because then I'm sacrificing, you know, growth of the leaves and things and branches. So I'm sacrificing right now because some of these plants don't look all that great. They're taking a while to really put on some green growth, but they're coming alive after I pruned them. And eventually I'll be allow them to get some fruit on there, and I'll have some fresh peppers and stuff over the winter. Great plants. Great plants have lost a lot of their leaves. I don't really know exactly 100% what I'm doing with these grape plants as far as how to take care of them, pruning them, stuff like that. I've seen some videos and stuff, and I have a general basic, very basic understanding, but I don't really know a whole lot. So I'm just kind of learning a little bit as I go and hoping for the best. I'll be better prepared next year, I think, for those Japanese beetles that really decimated these grape plants this year. Strawberry plants are in the ground there, and they're going to stay over winter. And hopefully next May and June I'll have a plethora of strawberries. And if not, then these plants are getting yanked out. I started them as a bare root back in late February, early March, and you know I wasn't expecting to get any strawberries this year, and I got occasional one here and there, but they say the second year for bare root plants will really be when they kick in. Well, we shall see. If it doesn't, they're gone because it's taking up precious real estate. And I planted in a few more extra dinosaur kale. Right, and it had a little space here where sunflower plant used to be, so I figured why not. Goji berry, that one has already gone bare, pretty much. And this one has gone bare pretty much as well. Really not a whole lot there. And you know, blackberries doing their thing. I don't know. Last couple seasons I haven't had a whole lot of luck with these blackberries. You know, just diseases or something. It's just not haven't really had a whole lot of luck with them. Blueberries, on the other hand, doing really well. Things are going good with them. Putting on their fall colors, so that's good. I'll be doing pruning later on in late fall, winter, most likely winter time. And so that's pretty much it. I do have a little snack waiting here for me. Right down here is goji berry. And these will produce, from what I understand, all the way up to look at that, came right off so easily. That means it's ready. Birds didn't get this one. I had mentioned before, describing what the goji berry tastes like. To me, it doesn't taste like any other kind of fruit that I could say, oh, it's like a pear, or it's like a strawberry, anything. The only thing I can say is it's just like a sweet liquid. It has its own unique flavor, and I can't really describe it. You just have to try it yourself. But, you know, I wouldn't say that I absolutely love the taste of it. You know, it's not like, ooh, wow, that's a great strawberry. Ooh, that's a great apple. It's just a sweet, sugary liquid. And but they say the antioxidants and the health benefits of this is extremely high. And so that was my main reason for growing these things. And if the taste was going to be really good, then that was going to be a bonus. Now, I can't say that they're really great in taste, but it's not horrible. And if I get benefits from eating this, then I can take that. All right, so from Pittman's Pumpkin Patch, Pittman's Garden Patch. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.